In the article The Waves of War by Carl Bankston, the presence of war and conflict in some Asian countries drove a lot of Asians to seek refuge in the US. Despite the fact that there was a large Asian American population, many Hollywood films used yellowface. Yellowface is a form of makeup used by performers to represent East Asian people. Yellowfacing allowed societies to create certain stereotypes about Asian Americans and their traditional mannerisms. By allowing non-Asian actors to resume Asian characters, Hollywood served as a platform for racism and generalization to grow. It wasn't until the 1920s that the first Chinese-American actress, Anne May Wong, starred in a Hollywood film. The online article, That's Not Who I Am, Calling Out and Challenging Stereotypes of Asian Americans, lists 3 Asian stereotypes depicted in mainstream media. Asian Americans as foreigners who cannot be assimilated.
Very clever dinner. Appetizing food fit neatly into interesting round pie.
Asian cultures as inherently predatory.
Drink, 85 cents. You pay or go.
It's a phi. I don't understand a phi. There's a V in the word. It's 5. They don't got V's in China.
Not Chinese. I'm Korean.
Whatever. You come to my country, you take my money, you don't even have the grace to learn how to speak my language.
And lastly, Asian Americans restricted to cliched occupations. Asians and Asian Americans make their livings in a wide array of professions, but too often, Asian American professionals are depicted in a limited and predictable range of jobs. Korean grocers, Japanese businessmen, Indian cab drivers, martial artists, gangsters, monks, laundry workers, and prostitutes. The portrayal of Asians in this manner have a huge effect on the way society perceives and judges them. This is reflected in the way that Asians can be discriminated out on the streets. In the class reading Label Us Angry by Jeremiah Torres, he talks about when he and his friends were provoked into fighting due to racism. We saw that because physical features, the drivers of another car generalized them and called them chinks, even though they were Filipinos. Furthermore, they were even accused of being gangsters when the police were brought into the encounter.
Canine cologne.
Oh, no more Yankee, my wanky. The donga need food.
Asians have been portrayed in a particular way throughout history. Typically, Asians are portrayed as nerdy or having weird customs, the outcasts. But with the creation of YouTube, many Asian Americans have used it as a way to give the community a voice. Have you ever heard of Wong Fu Productions? Or the hilarious Timothy Delgado? Or Nigahiga? How about fashionista Jen Im? Makeup artists like Michelle Phan? Even if you don't religiously follow these YouTubers, I'm sure you've come across 1 or 2 of their videos. These YouTube personalities are just a few of the thousands who are reaching out to other Asians in hope to clear the air and give the Asian American community a voice. Another thing that's taken the television waves by storm is the new series Fresh Off the Boat.
Tuesday, February 10th, meet the Wongs.
The show is actually loosely based on a memoir by chef and food personality Eddie Huang. The TV series follows the life of a Taiwanese family living in the US and gives a peek into how the family marries their traditional values with their newfound American ways. Although the new series is full of humorous elements, the characters discuss important issues like assimilation and racialization, which are often discussed in regards to Asian Americans.
White people lunch.
What is the store so excited about?
If we get separated, try and join a white family. You will be safe there until I can find you.
I miss the Taiwanese markets back in DC. They make me feel so calm.
One of the things that has brought me great joy has been the ability to work on a professional level with Asian American influencers like Wong Fu Productions and Far East Movement. The following clip is from the company I work with, Wong Fu Productions. In it, Philip Wang and Wesley Chan interview Constance Wu and Randall Park, the parents from Fresh Off the Boat. Enjoy!
Obviously, there's a lot of talk about, this being the first Asian American family, in 20 years.
20 years, yeah.
And I think that's why I asked earlier about the pressure, because I think a lot of people are putting their opinions onto this one show.
And then a lot of people are making judgments whether they're going to watch or not.
The show is really has taken great pains to be respectful and not stereotypical. We're not caricatures. It's a really loving family with and sure, but it's a comedy.
Right.
It's also a unique family, so it's not going to reflect everyone's family at home.
Asian Americans only have one show, so all the different types of families are going to be putting themselves in this one, and then you're going to have a ton of people that say, oh, that's not like me, so this show's terrible. But that's not the point. It's the fact that, you know, we need to at least get one first.
That would be a reason to watch it. Watch it so somebody invests in your project, and then if you have a different voice to say, then make your project.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just feel like if you don't like the show, don't watch it. You know, ultimately. But it has a lot of heart. It's funny. It's not.
The kids are great.
The kids are great. Constance destroys it.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Destroys it, as in ruins the whole show. Almost got fired.
Kills it.
No.
The goal, like in some ways, is that there'll be more shows like this. But it does take the success of one to kind of for others to kind of happen.
But also, nothing's perfect on its first try. Obviously. So like, the more we hear feedback,
and that's another
better.
thing. Yeah, shows evolve.
You have our full support.
In conclusion, stereotypes and racial profiling have been a long part of history, and will probably never cease to exist. But with new technology and advancements such as television and social media, people of all backgrounds and histories are able to have a voice. They're able to set the bar straight in how they want to be represented in society. Through the media, Asians have been able to discuss where they've been, what they're going through, and where they want to go in the future. It's a platform in which they can express themselves as well as speak about critical issues of the contemporary period. The most important thing is to embrace your culture in whatever way you feel appropriate.